Hey, it's Narcissist. Today we're here with Elle Vahn, curator and founder of Showroom II, and the designer behind Garbage and Glitter. So Elle, what is the origin story of Showroom II and how did you get here?
So Showroom II has a very intricate origin story, but I'm going to keep it really short and simple. I wanted a place to showcase my brand, and I've known Alligator Jesus for a couple years now, and I've been speaking with him about getting in his showroom downstairs for some time. And he just opened the floor on this opportunity to have this space up here. And so therefore I just decided to curate a space around what I would want for my brand, for other brands as well.
You were saying that you also did production, and can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the life of Elle Vahn is a very interesting one. Started off as a hairstylist, and then decided one day to open a music video production company with my now ex-husband. And we worked for major labels, Sony, Warner, all of them, Ultra, did music videos all over the world. And eventually I decided to move past that into production design and interior design. So I was designing sets. And then now here I am designing showrooms and fashion lines.
Nice. What goes into setting up a showroom?
Yeah, it's actually a lot that goes into it. This is my first one that I've ever done, and hopefully we'll be having a couple more in the future. But the first thing that you need to do is figure out what you want to showcase. What kind of designs do you want to showcase? For me, I built my showroom around things that I personally would wear. Things that I think are interesting and cool. And then it goes into reaching out to the community. Are you a local store? Are you a global store? And finding designers to fill those spaces. And then there's lots of different ways to do it with designers. You can do rental spaces or consignment or a combination of both. And honestly, I just made some spaghetti and threw it along and see what stuck. And here we are.
Share with us the ups and downs of running a showroom.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than what you would just, like when you just come in and see all the pretty things. Ups are having the space, having a brick and mortar, being able to curate, design stuff. Downs are more just like working with other people's schedules. You're responsible. It's having that weight, honestly, of especially just starting this showroom. There was a big weight because I have these designers in here and I have to get them. I have promises that I've made to them. Alligator Jesus has agreed to license this showroom and get behind it and support it and put our designers on his website. But working with LA designers that aren't very well known yet, there's certain criteria that needs to be made to get on them onto the website, promises that I've made, make sure that they have to carry out. It's just a lot of work.
Boss lady.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the designers featured in Showroom II and why you chose them?
So obviously Garbage and Glitter, my brand, is a cyberpunk rave line wear. I have a new collection coming out, which takes me a little bit out of the rave wear realm, but you'll see that soon. We have Bacon Shutter, who does graphic. They're actually not LA local. They're in Canada, but I stumbled upon her Instagram, and I loved her femme-forward energy. All of her photos on the t-shirts are like women, just very female empowering photos. So I had to get her involved. Studio Blackbird, which is a futuristic, Blade-ish, like goth future line. Really cool guy. Found him on Instagram. Telly Bowie, a personal friend of mine for a few years now, is an extremely talented seamstress. She makes everything by hand, and she just does these absolutely phenomenal designs. So she was actually the first person I contacted to get in here. Six Lives is a street style brand located in LA, and he found me actually on Instagram, and it was just a good fit, and stuff is absolutely killer. And then we have Rosanna Leather, who is a leather worker. We have a couple mutual friends, but actually my best friend and biggest supporter there sent me her information. And then lastly, we have Horrific, who is also a good friend of mine that does screen printing.
Your line, Garbage and Glitter, is showcased here. What inspired the name, and what led you to create ravewear designs?
So I'm a big raver. You can catch me just about every weekend at some sort of event. It's a hard life, but somebody's gotta live it. I actually got the name for my collection from a cocktail that was being served at a private party, and I was like, that's hilarious, and that's what I'm calling my brand. And then the catchline just kind of followed because I feel like it's a very much like, it's very synonymous with how I live my life. Trashy but classy. We act like garbage, but we look like glitter. Stay fab, but you can be a dirty girl too.
You feature a variety of lines in your showroom. What criteria do you use to select designers? What qualities are you looking for?
So I do look for a good quality of craftsmanship. And for me, there's a couple of criteria. We want something that's femme or LGBTQ forward, so always looking for female designers, LGBTQ designers. We are just all inclusive though. So other aspects would be most of the things that I would find interesting, to be honest. I'm very much in the goth streetwear realm or festival fashion. So
what would you like people to know about Showroom II, and what could they expect to find here?
We are a new showroom, constantly looking for up-and-coming designers in the LA area and outside of the LA area. And you can expect to find quality products by local designers here, and just an all-around good vibe.
And lastly, if you could collaborate with any designer, who would it be?
It would be Gautier, because he did the costumage for The Fifth Element, and I would want to be.
Thank you so much, Elle.